But speaking of rain, Courtney, the spring was pretty quiet,
Yep.
but that does not mean that we're done with severe weather season. And you're here to talk about how tropics play a role in that.
That's right. Yeah, it's no coincidence that tropical activity peaks in September and the hurricane season runs all the way through November. So yes, the fall. And while we're past the peak of hurricane season, if you've lived in North Georgia long enough, you know good and well that we are no stranger to tropical systems in those fall months. And we are a hotspot here in the southeast, including North Georgia, for tropical activity in the month of October. But the track is what is key. We saw it with Ian. The further east that track shifted, the better it was here. And that's because that front right quadrant of tropical systems is where you're going to get that maximum impact of heavy rain and the potential for brief spin-up tornadoes. Notice the way that tropical systems rotate, that counterclockwise rotation. When they start to move inland and interact with land, that creates what we call wind shear. As the friction from the ground slows the wind at the lower levels, the wind in the upper levels, being undeterred, still moves very fast. So that change in wind speed with height is what we call wind shear, allowing for that tornadic activity. We saw it with Tropical Storm Fred. Many of you probably remember from August of 2021, while not in the fall, still brought us 4 tornadoes here in North Georgia. Now, one that was in the fall, Hurricane Michael. It did fall apart as it moved inland, but this was on October 10th of 2018, and that spawned 1 tornado on October 10th here in North Georgia. So tropical activity, just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to our second severe weather season. There is a lot involved in what creates that uptick in severe weather in the fall and winter months, and our atmosphere, that plays a big role. First Alert meteorologist Cutter Martin will have more on that at Atlanta News First at 4 o'clock.